Many people dream of having the impressive muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some people spend days and nights in the gym trying to achieve this. There are thousands of professional and amateur bodybuilders all over the world who dedicated their lives to sculpting their body into peak physical condition. However, there are also fakes out there who get their results with dubious experiments. What's worse is that they are promoting their results on social media. So, let's check out the top 10 most unusual bodybuilders who are actually fake. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. Alejandro Ramos Martinez. Alejandro Ramos Martinez is a Peruvian fisherman who goes diving for his catch. After having come too quickly back to the surface during his most recent dive, Martinez's body began to react strangely, eventually doubling in volume. The diver is still completely deformed. Parts of his body look like balloons about to burst. Since the accident, Martinez has gained more than 30 kilos, particularly along his arms and chest. His too rapid ascent caused nitrogen to accumulate in his blood, forming the enormous bubbles that give him his current appearance. Alejandro Ramos Martinez is a Peruvian fisherman who goes diving for his catch. After having come too quickly back to the surface during his most recent dive, Martinez's body began to react strangely, eventually doubling in volume. The diver is still completely deformed. Parts of his body look like balloons about to burst. Since the accident, Martinez has gained more than 30 kilos, particularly along his arms and chest. His too rapid ascent caused nitrogen to accumulate in his blood, forming the enormous bubbles that give him his current appearance. Romario dos Santos Alves. Romario dos Santos Alves, 29-year-old, turned to a cocktail of oil, painkillers, and alcohol to pump up his biceps, which were a staggering 25 inches at their biggest. Now the former bodyguard terrifies children with his supersized muscles and is facing a catalog of serious health issues. The married dad of one says his experiences of using the synthetic filler synthol cost him his sanity and nearly his life, and he was even scheduled to have one of his arms amputated. Romario became obsessed with the drug after moving from his hometown of Caldas Novas to Goiânia in Brazil 3 years ago. Romario began to find ever more dangerous ways of injecting himself with the oil. However, he also receives praise and adulation for his incredible physique, which made it even harder for him to kick the addiction. He still has ambitions to become a professional bodybuilder, but is committed to staying clean. Tony Giraldo and Alvaro Pereira. As well as using extreme lengths to bulk up to a combined weight of 241 kilograms, the brothers from Rio, Brazil, attend the same gym every day and work out together for hours to improve their definition. Tony and Alvaro claim there was a time when they were "addicted to getting big," but now believe they have it under control. Alvaro had been injecting his biceps and legs with a supplement called Protein B12 on and off since he was 15 years old. And Tony followed in his older brother's footsteps just a few years later, after seeing how big he was getting. Unsurprisingly, their main inspirations to bulk up were the Incredible Hulk and Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he started taking their doctor's advice, the brothers claimed to have recently stopped injecting for health reasons, and because their skin cannot stretch anymore. Even now, Tony and Alvaro are still keen to improve their size, and they are more than aware that their lifestyle will not please everyone. Kirill Tereshin. An ex-Russian soldier nicknamed Popey for his artificially huge biceps had 3 pounds of end muscle removed by surgeons. Kirill Tereshin, 23-year-old, was warned he could die or face amputation if he did not get rid of the 3 liters of petroleum jelly he injected into each arm. The Incredible Hulk-inspired man's biceps measure an astonishing 61 centimeters round. He injected highly dangerous synthol directly into his veins, but was warned about his bodybuilding obsession. Surgeon Dmitry Melnikov, from First Moscow State Medical University, said he was only a quarter of the way through extracting the jelly. Kirill wanted fast results and he decided to try out synthol oil. Synthol is a site enhancement oil meant to create the illusion of a developed muscle. Kirill injected approximately 6 liters of synthol to both of his arms. Kirill wants to continue modifying himself because he believes that only then people will be interested in him. He says he wants to continue injecting synthol despite it made him ill. Valdi Segato. Valdir Segato, a Brazilian bodybuilder in his early 50s, has been injecting an oil-based substance into his upper body muscles for years. Despite looking like someone took an air pump and inflated his arms and chest like balloons, he continues to use the appearance-enhancing substance regularly. But bodybuilder Valdir Segato is risking his life, pumping up his muscles with a dangerous concoction that he's addicted to using to transform his looks. Valdir regularly injects the oil mixture deep into his body, including his chest, biceps and shoulders, making his muscles swell and almost double in size. Despite doctors warning the bodybuilder that he could die from the dangerous practice, Valdir is determined to become the biggest guy in his street. He shares his obsession with injecting the substance on his Instagram of his pumped up body to his 18,600 followers. Brad Castleberry, the so-called king of the fake weights. Former football player turned semi-successful bodybuilder, turned semi-successful powerlifter turned highly controversial, but this time, very successful, social media sensation. Bradley Castleberry is a pro bodybuilder, powerlifter, and ex-football player. His first encounter with weight training was at the age of 15 years old, and since then, he never stopped excelling at bodybuilding, sports, and weightlifting from California. After many years of discipline in the gym and on the football field, Bradley became famous for his incredible feats of strength. He's also caused a lot of controversy in the fitness industry with his impressive weightlifting records, claiming he squatted over 750 lbs. Bradley has managed to grow his brand and his social media fan base over the years. He's also started a supplement and clothing line business. Justin Jedlicka looks like a human doll, and it's no surprise almost his entire body is a result of the work of plastic surgeons. During his life, the 39-year-old males and has undergone more than 700 surgeries. We can't even begin to imagine how much they all cost, and Albuquerque always considered plastic surgery a symbol of a rich, glamorous lifestyle, and sought to follow it after his first surgery, which was a rhinoplasty. Justin didn't want to stop. He wants it a perfect body. When Justin had silicone implants put into his chest, they attracted too much attention. His biceps and triceps looked pathetic against the background of his pumped up pics. Any person would think about gains at the gym. That's what if there was another solution. Soon the issue was taken care of with the help of a few $1,000s he paid for other implants. Tyler Cook denies. A bodybuilder from Liverpool has fiercely denied claims that his jaw-dropping photos of his physique are fake, and insisted his near-impossible body is the result of hard work alone. Tyler Cook from Wirral spoke out after a bodybuilding website suggested he could be digitally altering his pictures. The website Generation Iron described the 24-year-old's physique as insane, but the negative comments have only spurred the coach and personal trainer, who claims he hasn't missed a gym session in 5 years, to post yet more photos of himself on social media. Tyler, who started bodybuilding at just 15, he also says that his diet plays a large part in maintaining his huge frame. An average meal for Tyler can consist of 10 eggs and 400 g of white rice, or 4 jacket potatoes and 400 g of chicken. Greg Valentino. He is accused of creating a bad image for bodybuilding because of fraud, stupidity, anti-propaganda and many other sins. And all because Valentino resorted to the use of illegal substances. Greg is one of the few bodybuilders who never wanted to have a professional sports career. Initially, bodybuilding was a way for him to get rid of teenager securities. Gradually, he became so interested in sports that he spent all of his time in the gym pumping iron. At the age of 16, he could boast of powerful hands with a circumference of 49 centimeters over a 10-year period. He managed to grow his biceps to 53 centimeters, but that was not enough for Greg. One day a friend saw Greg's amazing results and recommended to increase muscle mass by adding the right medication. At first Greg used any vitamins, but soon added anabolic and different injections from his good-looking athletes. He began with 2 turns, were real monsters with bulgy hands. Uncontrolled injections led to a terrible abscess on the biceps too. Alindo de Souza. Bodybuilders in Brazil are risking end by injecting themselves with a potentially lethal cocktail of oil and alcohol to pump up their muscles. Alindo de Sousa has grown 29 in biceps, the biggest in Brazil, after injecting the filler into his body, where it causes appearance of swollen muscles. But even he admits it can cause dangerous infections. Some users have had their arms amputated. Mr. de Sousa, nicknamed the mountain in his hometown, had already been taking a cocktail of steroids, hormones and horse vitamins to bulk up. Then a gym buddy offered him a site enhancement oil to help pull ahead of his rivals. Injecting site enhancement oils carry the risk of infection and of abscesses developing in the muscle. These abscesses can grow and spread within the tissue. He's become a real star among the locals, and despite its strange appearance, is popular with the ladies. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With this being said, let's begin.